I'm back again with another little video for you guys. Today I'm going to be doing the SEC tournament predictions because the SEC tournament starts up today. It goes on from Wednesday all the way up to Sunday because, of course, this Sunday it's Selection Sunday because March Madness. And, yeah, this is going to be interesting. I'll really look forward to the SEC tournament. I'm hoping that Tennessee does win it. I really hope they do. I don't know if they will or not. We play in the quarterfinals. We're the 2 seed. And hopefully we can win the tournament because try to get ourselves a higher seed. Try to avoid them Cinderella teams. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get this started. All right, first we got Ole Miss versus Mizzou. I'm going to take Ole Miss. I'm going to take Ole Miss because, they have a decent team, I guess. I don't really know that much about these teams, to be honest, but I saw that Ole Miss is favored, and FPI has them winning. So, and plus, Mizzou has Quanzo Martin on their team as their head coach. I do not like Quanzo Martin. So, yeah, I'm going to take Ole Miss in this game. I think the Rebels will get it done tonight. And then we got Georgia versus Vanderbilt. Come on, Vanderbilt. Georgia is... Oh, I typed... Yeah, there we go, Vanderbilt. I thought I typed Vanderbilt. But, yeah, I'm going with Vanderbilt because, well, you already know. Georgia is terrible. They are legit the worst team in the SEC. They are not a good team. Listen, I don't like Vandy, but I don't like Georgia either. Georgia's just a terrible team. And Vanderbilt, they're a decent team, actually. They have one of the best players in the SEC. Vanderbilt does, actually. It's Scottie Pippen Jr. He was first team All SEC. Yeah, he's a pretty good player, and he's going to get drafted in the NBA. He's going to get drafted. I don't know where, though. But, yeah. This pick, I got the Vanderbilt fighting Scottie Pippens. And now next, we got on the Thursday games, we got Florida versus A&M. Florida right now is on the bubble. They are on the bubble, and if they want to make the tournament, if Florida beats A&M and then they go on to beat Auburn, that might be enough to get them in the tournament, Florida. But, I think this game is kind of a toss between Florida and A&M. But because Florida right now is on the bubble, I think they're going to play out of their minds. So, I'm going to go with Florida. I think Florida will get it done. I'm going with Florida. And then, next game, I predict it's going to be Ole Miss versus LSU. I'm going with LSU. Last time LSU and Ole Miss played, I'm pretty sure Ole Miss beat them. I think LSU will get some revenge. I'm going with the Tigers. LSU actually looked pretty good that other day against Arkansas. LSU, they're not a bad team, but they're not a great team either. They're a solid team, LSU is, to be honest. I think they are a better team than Ole Miss, so yeah, give me LSU. And then we got South Carolina versus Mississippi State. I think it's going to be Mississippi State, to be honest. Mississippi State, they're going to look for revenge. I think they are a better team, to be honest, than South Carolina. I really do think they are. And South Carolina's just, they're not a really good team. Because let's just be honest. It doesn't even really matter who even wins in the South Carolina-Mississippi State game. They're going to lose to Tennessee either way. Let's just be honest. They're going to lose to Tennessee. Let's just be honest. And then we got Vanderbilt versus Alabama. So far, I've picked no upsets. And I've picked no upsets in this bracket, which is kind of... And I kind of want to pick an upset, so I'm going with Vanderbilt. Listen, the reason I'm picking this, Vanderbilt over Alabama, Alabama plays low to their competition, it seems like. When they play good competition, they play like world beaters. But when they play against terrible teams, Bama goes on and plays like a terrible team. Like, Alabama is one of the most inconsistent teams in not just the SEC, but in the country. I mean, if I were to tell you this, if this was a football tournament and I were to tell you this in football, you guys would have said that I was, like, on something. But this is basketball, and Alabama they always like playing down to their competition. So, and I think Vanderbilt, they're going to try to make a little bit of a run with Scottie Pippen Jr. I think he's a really talented player. Yeah, give me the Doors. Give me the Doors. And then we got Florida versus Auburn. Last time these teams played, Florida beat Auburn. They beat Auburn. Florida, if they win this game, they would probably make it to the NCAA tournament. Florida, if they win this game, they're probably going to make the NCAA tournament. But I'm going with Auburn. You can't go against Auburn. They're like really, really good this year. Walker Kessler, Jabari Smith, they got some really, really talented guys on that Auburn team. I'm going with Auburn. And now next, we got LSU versus Arkansas. Last time these teams played, LSU almost walked out of Arkansas Stadium, Bud Walton Arena, and they almost went in there and took a win. LSU did. I feel like if that game was at LSU, though, LSU would have won that game. If that game was at LSU, LSU would have won. And this is a neutral site game. So, you know what? I'm taking LSU. I'm taking LSU. I think LSU will pull off the upset. I do think Arkansas is a good team, but I think LSU, they're going to try to make a little run in the tournament. I'm going with LSU. And then we got Tennessee versus Mississippi State. Last time these teams played, Tennessee smacked Mississippi State in the mouth. I think Tennessee will do it again. I'm going with Tennessee. Kennedy Chandler, Vescovi, Josiah Jordan-James, Akai Ziegler. So many talented players on this Tennessee team. Do not sleep on the Vols in March. I'm telling you. This might be one of Rick Barnes' more talented teams. Maybe even more talented than the Grant Williams, Admiral Schofield teams. I'm not saying they are, but they might be. This Tennessee team is really, really good this year. And then we got Kentucky versus Vanderbilt. I'm going with Kentucky. Let's just be honest. Kentucky, they're going to be. If this happened, they would beat Vanderbilt. They'd mop the floor with Vanderbilt. Kentucky's got some really talented players. Oscar Tshiebwe, nation's leading rebounder. Ty Washington, who's back from his injury, who's going to probably he's going to wreak havoc. Like this Kentucky team, they are legit. They are legit. They are a really, really good team. And I think they will make the semifinals of the SEC tournament. And now we got Auburn versus LSU. I got to go with Auburn. Auburn is a really good team. They're really, really, really good. I'm telling you, I wouldn't be shocked if they made it to the Final Four. They're a really good team. And then we got Tennessee versus Kentucky. Listen, I want to pick Tennessee here. Last time, these teams have played 2 times this season. Kentucky won the first game in a blowout fashion. It wasn't even close. But then the next game they played Tennessee, beat Kentucky. And at one point, I'm pretty sure Tennessee was up by 20 points against Kentucky. I do think that this game, if this game does get played, if this actually happens, which I wouldn't be shocked if it does, because these are two both pretty darn good teams, Tennessee and Kentucky are. These are two really, really good teams, Tennessee and Kentucky are. They're two really, really good teams. But if this happened again, I want to pick Tennessee here, but I got to go with my head. I think if Kentucky played Tennessee again, Kentucky would beat us. I'm being honest. I'm being completely honest. I'm sorry. I want to pick Tennessee. I want to pick Tennessee to win the whole thing, but I got to be honest. I think if Kentucky played us right now, they would beat us. Especially with Ty Washington back. But who knows? Maybe Tennessee would win that game. I don't know. And now on to the final game of the SEC tournament. Auburn versus Kentucky. Last time these teams played, Auburn beat Kentucky. They beat them. And I'm pretty sure it was actually kind of close, right? It was close. I don't know. I can't remember. But last time these teams played, Auburn beat Kentucky. But this time, I think Kentucky, they're going to be out for revenge. And they are going to beat Auburn. Hold up. I think they'll be out for revenge, and the Wildcats will beat Auburn. I hope this don't happen because, listen, I don't like Kentucky. I hate them. I really do. I don't like Kentucky because, obviously, I'm a Tennessee fan. I don't like Kentucky, okay? But I just think that they'll win the SEC tournament. I'm being honest. I think they will. But I want to be shocked if I'm going to be honest. I wouldn't be shocked if Auburn won it, or Tennessee won it, or Kentucky won it. Heck, I wouldn't be totally shocked if Arkansas won it. To be honest, I wouldn't be shocked if Arkansas won it. But you know,